on 3 separate occasions having guys being found out, and the most memorable occasion was we had what's called a ladies' night on HMS Leander, which is where the officers bring their wives on board. And I always used to choose to be the duty officer at that point because I used to find them tedious. And we were all having this party, and suddenly there's a loud knock on the door. And I went to the door because I was the officer of the watch. And this sailor just shouted at the top of his voice, Sir, I've just been fucked by Able Seaman Sweeney. He was one of my sailors, but so was his able seaman. And suddenly one of the wives that was standing behind him...
Did you just say able seaman?
Able seaman. And this wife that was standing behind me, she said, oh, I think he's just had more fun than we're having, you know.
No.
So, yes. And so everyone laughed, but it was the most serious thing, because what ended up happening was that there was a group of 3 sailors who had, one of them being able seaman, and the other 2 had gone into a cabin together and they all had a bit of fun. But the younger one, who had just been fucked by this guy, had got some guilt, and so he ran away. I don't know why, but he came and confessed to me in front of everybody. And we ended up having this like a really serious legal charge against him, and he ended up, Able Seaman Sweeney, who I have no idea what happened to him, except that he went to military prison for the offence.
Wow.
And got dismissed from the service, which was a huge injustice. But these 2 young guys, they went to prison as well, and all over a blowjob in a locker.
Not
Can you believe that?
It is penetration.
Oh, there was penetration, but I don't think it went all the way there.
So the one that admitted to it.
This isn't going on the 4-minute thing.
Oh, yes, it is.
The one that admitted to it, couldn't he have just said, look, I've been raped, why do I have to go? I mean, did he have to go to jail as well? Because he owned up to it.
I have no idea, but...
No, you could have said it was unwilling though.
It's just unthinkable today to think that these minor things that we would all just count as, you know, a good night out, become legal issues that require
life-changing,
a full-on court proceeding, and someone like me to defend these guys in front of a military tribunal. It's ridiculous. And like the younger one got like 28 days hard labour, you know, and we're not talking about a nice holiday camp. We're talking about, you know, some sort of incarceration, and the older guy, the one that, you know, was the offender, who of course probably was no more guilty than you or I of being attracted to a younger guy, gets 3 months in jail and dismissed the service with disgrace, you know, and all the connotation that entails. So I think that times have changed, because I think now they've finally grown up and realised that it's just human nature, and we... It was only the mid-80s, which is only like just over 25 years, or 24 years ago.
It was a lose-lose situation, wasn't it?
Oh, it's ridiculous to think they spent all that money training you, and for something as trivial as, you know, and now I think they've woken up to it and they realise that, you know, you can't control people's sexuality. They will do what they've got to do, and that's the end of it.